Anyways, you were telling Cooper about your ventures. Why were
My
you
dinner.
late? Why
Yeah,
why
my
were you
dinner.
late to the pod?
Okay, listen here. First off,
Why were you late?
listen.
1 minute.
I went to-
Unacceptable. 60 seconds. You know how long I
went
sat
to
in that
dinner.
Discord?
I went to dinner. Okay, went to dinner. Sat there for 45 minutes. Didn't get our food. When we finally got our food, it was this new place, the Waffle Bus. Wasn't that great?
Fuck the Waffle Bus.
Literally-
I'm shutting down
literally-
Connections. Episode 1. Fuck you. Fuck the Waffle Bus.
Literally everything you got there could have been gotten at a different place for a cheaper price, and the fries were literally Arby's but waffle cut.
Did you get waffles?
I did get waffles. They were
Yeah.
the most mid fucking waffles I've ever had.
You want to know something funny? Is that
What?
I made waffles for dinner for free, and it was actually it was very good. I enjoyed myself. So it sounds like you need to get yourself some fucking pancake mix or something. Stop going out and getting these trash.
Listen. My waffles were very they were perfectly cooked, except they were too soft, and I like a little bit of crunch on my waffle. I don't know if you know what I mean, but just a little bit of crisp on the waffle.
No,
Not like browned or anything, but just enough to like a crunch.
I'm a soggy waffle guy.
You're a soggy
I'm
waffle
a soggy
guy?
waffle.
Like a soggy biscuit guy?
Yeah, I'll draw. You know what? I failed the words. I fucking hate this topic. We're moving on.
You don't like our soggy waffle?
No, I hate soggy waffle. But okay, so 2025 just started, Christian. Did you know that?
It did.
Did you know 25 just started?
I heard through the grapevine.
You know, a quarter of the decade is almost gone.
It's crazy.
Yeah, after this year it'll be a quarter. And what are your most proud moments throughout this quarter of a century, Christian?
Oh,
what are your highlights in the past 21 years? We're not 25, we're 21, but
21 years?
Yeah, 21 years. You've not been alive.
What are the highlights of 25 my 21 years on this planet?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably moving out.
We've accomplished nothing.
Moving out, getting my car, and actually pursuing something I wanted to do while also working my job.
Yeah, your job that you love so much.
I love my job.
Yeah, your job's great, dude.
Great.
Dude. No, but you looking for anything? Because I'm currently job searching. I hate my job. So I'm a substitute teacher, dude. That shit sucks.
I am. But don't know really where to go, what to do, because currently my bills, this job pays them, and I'm scared to move. So yeah.
You're scared because you feel like you won't find another job that'll pay the same. You're scared.
Yeah.
Scared. You know what I would do? I'd look for jobs that paid the same.
I am.
If I were,
but everything that pays the same requires like a college degree or something to do with that.
Yeah, dude. LinkedIn kind of sucks. It makes me very sad because I go there, I'll look for something that I actually want, and then it's like, you are not qualified to do the things you want to do. And I'm like, okay, well, what can I do? Clean bathrooms.
I also feel like it's too late for me to pursue college because everyone our age is getting out of college.
Brother, too late. It's 20.
Too late to pursue what I want to.
No, it's never too late. It's never too late. Arguably, we're too late to even start with media production. If you're gonna make that,
That's true.
Because like fucking Speed, High Senat, and
but those like
actually most like influencers,
but again, you only see their wins, right? You don't see their losses. You only see like the good parts of it, right? So you scroll through TikTok, you scroll through Instagram, whatever. You're only seeing the good parts,
and then you hate yourself.
And then you're like, I'm so far behind, but they're also millionaires. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not far behind. Those dudes are ridiculously ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and the social media sucks. No, our grandfathers, they went to work and then came home,
Up
beat
and
their
down or uphill both ways.
beat their wives
Okay.
if the sandwich wasn't made right, and they just manned it. They just manned it out, and they didn't come home and then hop on their cell phone and look at other people like, look at me, I'm in Beverly Hills with these hoes and this money, and fuck you. And yeah, no,
Well,
we get to see the
you won't
highlight
like
of
us.
everyone's life all the time.
Yeah, and then you're just kind of, sitting on your ass on your
Why
couch
am
or
I
your
not doing that? Why am
yeah,
I
why
not?
am I not rich? Then again, it is a
Because
stroke of luck. Some of it, a lot of it is a stroke of luck too.
yeah, a lot
Right?
of it is a stroke of luck.
Right place, right time, just chance, right?
Yeah,
But on the other end, you have grinding too, but you have to grind to get to that point of luck
right.
to have that chance. And if you don't just get lucky, you have to put in work after you get lucky.
Well, no, even those people who get lucky, they still have to. They do. Those guys have to. Like, if Kai Cenat were to stop streaming for a week, dude, do you know what that would do to his following? With how short people's attention spans are. Okay,
Exactly.
well,
I saw this. Go ahead.
people that are older, I'm sure, like his older fan base, I'm sure probably would stick around or whatever. But like any of his, young, which is the majority of people who are on social media, is little kids.
I
Uh,
saw a video today, and it released at the beginning, almost the beginning of Fortnite, right? 7 years ago. Okay, saw this clip. It was a 27-minute long video.
right.
If you go look at these videos now, they're not over 15 to 17
Oh,
minutes,
dude,
and the views from peak gaming, right, where we had Fortnite, Overwatch, we had all these Rainbow. You know what I mean?
peak. That was peak gaming YouTube to you. Peak gaming YouTube was when
No,
Fortnite videos
peak
came
gaming
out.
YouTube, it was not the peak to me, but I'm talking peak for the people that are now.
Oh yeah. That's
You know
when.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Gen Alpha ate that shit up. Gen Alpha.
Exactly.
I mean,
And
we
now
ate that
it's
shit up
like
in high school, and
we did,
yeah,
we did. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie.
yeah.
I watched the shit out of some fucking Fortnite vids.
Our Fortnite and Skibbity Toilet was Five Nights at Freddy's and like ASDF movie. It's the same thing, just a different generation. We make fun of the
Yeah.
younger generation for having all these things. And yes, they're cringe, but I promise you, the generations before us saw ASDF movie and we're like,
So my mother is guilty of it, right? But
I bet your mom's
just,
a your
just
mom your
when
mom's your mom's a minion mom. Your mom's a, I know.
hey,
Looking
hey,
at your mom,
no,
I don't.
no, my
I
mom,
bet if we
my
pull up
mom's
your
not a
mom's
minion
Facebook,
mom.
if we pull up your mom's Facebook, there's not going to be a minion meme. No minion memes.
I actually don't know.
I bet you we would find a minion meme if we
But
pulled it up.
regardless of that, right?
Okay.
Think it like you also have these parents, and I'm in no fucking way able to say anything about parents
We have
and
no
stuff like
kids.
that.
We are
But
childless.
but I'm telling you right now, I will not throw a tablet in front of my kid when they're crying.
Absolutely not.
I
Oh
feel like
my
that
god,
feeds into it.
dude. Speaking of tablets, I was at the Annapolis Mall like 2 months ago, and I was walking around the Annapolis Mall shopping, and I was walking around and I saw this. Do you remember the like strollers parents could like push their little ones in, like at malls and stuff? That existed when we were little, just like
Yeah,
little
yeah.
stroller, like little things to
They
like.
still have them. They still have it at my mall.
Guess what they have at the Annapolis Mall? They have that,
What?
but they've got an iPad built into the screen. It's
No, they don't.
like, sorry, built into the screen. They like built into the stroller. It's a literal iPad
Why?
that's built into like the front of the thing, so the little kid can sit there and zombie out, beep, 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 push all the buttons while you go and shop and do whatever the hell you're doing.
It just does not make sense to me,
Yeah,
right? Like
and then when
when my kid's crying, instead of here's a fucking, what's wrong? It's oh here immediately. There's no question. There's no like learning. Like hey, that's not okay to scream and cry in public like that. It's oh play Angry Birds. You know what I mean?
part of me can't blame him though, because dude, holy fuck, kids are annoying when they're upset.
Brother, I'm one of nine. I'm one of nine. I know. Trust me, I
Holy
know.
cow!
But I do feel like it creates this avenue for like expectedness. Like you cry, you're gonna get an iPad. You know what I
that,
mean?
or it's if it's not the expectedness that you're talking about, like I definitely believe that dopamine addiction is going to be a real problem. Like
Exactly.
the quick little, because dude, these kids are getting
Think of
absolutely
it now.
blasted with it. I'm gonna say something right now. And I'm not even trying to keep my job as a substitute teacher for that long, so I could say this and without. These kids can't read, y'all. These kids can't read. They can't do math. They can't do none of it. They're so behind. They are so behind. And I want to believe that 80% of the reason is because parents have been throwing iPads in front of their kids for forever. For the past like 10 years, we're just constant dopamine hits. And then when they get to school, they're not getting the constant dopamine
And then
hits.
on the complete
I don't want
on
to
the
do
complete
this.
opposite on the complete opposite side of that too, right? That's why we have the drug epidemic we have right now too, like the fentanyl that really hit hard in the last couple of years because that dopamine hit, bro.
The war
The
on drugs,
dopamine hit.
the war on drugs is making yeah, dude. The dopamine from fentanyl goes crazy. Let me tell you about it. Let me tell you about the dopamine of fentanyl.
It's crazy. Like you give them an iPad for a dopamine hit, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm just it's not that far off from just giving them a hit of fentanyl. Might as
Just
well
giving
do
a
it, right?
crackhead a little
That's a
spoon of
joke.
fentanyl.
That's a joke.
No, that's not a joke. It's no different. You hand a crackhead a spoonful of fentanyl, you're giving your kid an iPad. It is literally the same thing. No, I'm
um
no, but
okay, off of the drug talk.
if I'm out in public and I see you and I see that you've given your kid an iPad to distract it while you're doing your stuff, I'm just gonna come and smack that fucking iPad out of the kid's hand and run off. And you're gonna have
And
two.
here's
You're gonna
the
have two
here's
options. Hold on. That dude's gonna have two options. Either come chase me and leave his iPadless kid behind, who is now gonna freak out because his iPad is now gone, or let me escape and give the kid his iPad back. Either way, it's a shit show for him.
So here's the deal, right?
Yeah.
I can accept giving your kid an iPad, but not for over like 3 or 4 hours a day,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Spread out, not like 3 or 4 hours at one time, but like, oh, after dinner, here's some screen time. After lunch, here's some screen time. After you did your homework, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
Dude,
spend a lot of time in front of my screens, a lot of time, and TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, just playing games. I spend a lot of time, but I also feel like throughout my day, I earned that time.
oh, 100%. And also, I don't feel like adults should have 4 hours of social media time. Screen time is different from social media time. If you're watching TV or like playing a game and like if all of your shit's handled, all your business is handled, I don't know. Like who cares how much you're playing games or watching TV or whatever. But social media is so different from those. Like when you play a video game and you're playing as Master Chief, you're not like, damn, dude, I wish I was. Actually, well, no, you do. You kind of do. Like, oh, like it'd be cool to be him, but you're not so depressed that you're not because it's a piece of fiction. Video games are fiction.
Yeah, you got to think about it the same way. That kid gets a dopamine hit from watching fucking Bluey or whatever the fuck on his
Yeah.
iPad. We get a dopamine hit from playing games with our friends or just enjoying what we're doing in a moment.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that games aren't basically doing what social media is. Not it's not in the sense of like it makes people hate themselves. Like games and movies don't make people dislike themselves the way social media does.
No.
Social
And
media
that's why you
makes
have
people, except for you can definitely tell there are some people in video games that don't like themselves when you
So
run
that's
them.
that's why you have people like Jelly Roll, and stuff like that,
Dude, I saw
where
Jelly.
it's just
Oop. The honey
where it's
came in.
just
The honey came in.
where it's just he like 6 months at a time he just throws his phone literally off a bridge to escape social media.
You know what? I'm so brain rotted that you saying that has made me think of those videos of people who drop new iPhones off of bridges to test their durability. I'm dropping this iPhone from a fucking skyscraper and it broke. And you know it's going to break, but you still watch it because you think maybe it won't. And you also kind of want to see it. You want to see it fall too. We're monkeys.
It's like the how ridiculous videos, right? Where they get on that big ass tower and just drop a bowling ball or whatever the fuck onto a trampoline or whatever. You're just like, will it break the trampoline?
And even if it doesn't, you're just like, it'd be kind of cool to see that bowling ball bounce off of that trampoline. How sick would that be?
It'd be sick to have that bowling ball bounce really high up in air.
I think that's a male exclusive thing. I don't think there's a single woman out there that's seen one of those and is like, all right, I'll take 30 minutes out of my day.
Yeah, but we get pleased from such simple shit, bro.
Yeah, you throw
Dude,
it,
that's the ice thing. Did you see the ice thing that was going around TikTok where the guys would pick up just sheets of ice and throw them on the
drop it on the
ground?
ground. Yeah, that's man stuff right there.
It's just man stuff.
I never had like sheets of ice, but when I was going to college in Wisconsin, there was ice literally everywhere. But icicles, dude, I swear, I promise that Wisconsin's got to have more deaths by icicles than like the like normal amount. It's got to be like it's got to be something crazy. I don't know, but icicles, I would just grab those right off the whatever they were hanging off of, and I'd swing them around a little bit, and eventually just
Like a lightsaber.
yeah, and then I just spike it on the ground and watch it shatter, and me and my friends would be like, "Oh, that's cool. Someone else get want to do it." It's the dumbest thing, dude.
Yes. Yeah. So, um, there was this one time, I used to live not like out in the country, but I was out there. You remember where I was?
Yep,
And
out in the
we were
sticks.
playing we were playing with snow one day, and we were making snowmen and stuff.
Yeah,
And this is completely off topic, I know, but I had built this perfect snowman to me, right? It was so perfect. It was the classic three snowman. It looked so good. And then my brother just fucking football tackles it over.
that's older. Is it older brother or younger brother?
Older brother,
Yeah, that's
older
that's older
brother.
brother. You have to do that. Are you kidding me? My little brother's out there building a snowman. Oh, look at me! I'm gonna fucking sweet chin music that snowman. I'm gonna go out there and get off your phone before I absolutely annihilate you, dude. I swear to God,
The
get off your
wife,
phone.
it's the wife,
I
it's the
don't
wife,
care,
it's the wife.
dude.
It's the
Get
wife.
divorced. If it happens, it happens. You're
That
recording
is
a podcast.
crazy.
You're
That
recording
is
a
a crazy.
podcast.
You did not just say get a divorce. That is a crazy comment.
Tell her, look, I'm doing something, and it's so awesome that I can't stop. I have to.
So let's move past some of this, right? And let's jump into the gaming world for a little bit, right? The
Marvel
gaming world.
Rivals.
So the three games right now, right? We got Marvel
Yes,
Rivals.
sir.
Okay.
That's my game.
Fortnite made a little bit of a comeback, but it's still not as big as it once was.
No.
And um what was the other one? And GTA 6 continues to be announced for the third year in a row.
But it's coming
But
out this year. It is coming out this year. Dude,
they said that every year, though.
no,
Do
but
you
it
really
is
believe that?
100% is coming. And actually, if it doesn't come out this year, I'll be okay with that. You want to know why I'm okay with GTA being delayed as long as it is? Because
Why?
it'll come out done.
That's true.
Rockstar doesn't put out unfinished except for the remixes of those old games. I feel like they put those out too quick. They weren't done. But
Here's the deal. I hope that within these next couple months we get back into a gaming lull because the gaming world has been in such a rough spot for so long.
terrible.
There has not been any game that has grabbed people's attention like Marvel Rivals has, besides Fortnite, and that was 7 years ago. Ever since Fortnite's big like reign of players, like a year in, it has not had that same hype besides when Juice World came, and that's only because Juice World made the impact he did outside of the game.
Yeah, no, Juice brought a lot of players back. The OG stuff did as well, but the player base kind of.
It's still
I
kind
came
of
back for the
unplayable
OG.
for people who got. I did too, right?
We both did. We both came back for OG.
But it is still so oversaturated with just kids who do not get off the game that it makes it unenjoyable for us.
But you also have to keep in mind that Fortnite was made for kids who don't have a lot of shit that's going on.
And
because
also,
when Fortnite came out, we were freshmen.
We were kids.
We were freshmen in high school, running around like with nothing to do. We'd come home after school, a snow day, season 2 of Fortnite where we dropping boys. It's just their turn. So yeah, of course, but the thing is, back then when it was our turn, we were not as crazy as some of these kids are at video games. These kids are crazy today.
Dude, they're like, dude, they actually. I don't. I've looked into this, not for me, but just in general. They have actual like boot camps for kids for video games specifically. It is crazy.
Yeah,
it's like once streaming blew up, right? Because originally it was YouTube. And then streaming kind of took over, and then we have Kai Cenat blowing up his room that he fake built in the middle of a field somewhere, right? Or doing streams with Kevin Hart and Drewski and all these people.
Yeah.
But like that is an aspiration thing, right? Like he is so lucky to be able to do that stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? So lucky to be able to do that stuff. That a kid who like I grew up on Kevin Hart and I grew up on like John Cena and stuff like that. So of course I'm gonna tune into some of those streams. But like I know at least right now, I have no shot of doing that, right?
What?
You have no shot of doing that.
Hanging with John Cena? No, we're not hanging with
Exactly.
John Cena.
Hanging out with Kevin Hart, hanging out with John Cena. We don't have any shot of doing any of that anytime soon. Like, because I don't know about you. I grew up a little poor.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if either one of us could hang out with John Cena tomorrow, I don't think either of us would know what to do. I don't like if
Me
we
neither.
if
We're
if we were in the same room as John Cena, we wouldn't be doing anything, dude. We'd just be sitting there. What would we say to John Cena? It's like, hey man, my
okay,
Down
going back
syndrome
to the screen
cousin
time thing.
loves you.
John Cena is also another person that only allows himself 3 to 4 hours a day on his phone.
Is that what
In
he,
general.
is that what he said?
Yeah.
Is that what the
That is
Cena
that
said?
is that is an actual Cena quote. Yeah.
It's a real Cena quote. It's good to know.
It came directly from the Impulsive podcast thing.
Oh, he said that on Logan Paul's podcast.
Yes. Which, by the way, people can handle that all they want. They do an amazing job
No,
of actually
I'm a hate on you.
talking to people.
I'm a hate on you. Impulsive podcast.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, opinions are opinions, brother.
No, opinions are opinions. I have nothing wrong with the Impulsive podcast. I have a problem with the
The person who runs
with
it.
the guy behind the with the guy behind the account. That's he's not the coolest guy. But
Hey, we got off topic again. We got way off topic again. Just so you know.
Yeah, I know we got way off topic again. We segue. Yeah, no, those games. Wolverine. We're gonna talk about a couple of games that are coming out this year, and then we'll get off of games. But
Okay, so
Wolverine's coming out this year. And have you seen
I
anything
haven't
on
seen.
Wolverine?
No, nope, nothing. I didn't even know it was coming out. I didn't know there was a game about it. Nothing.
Did you know that there was a? Did you ever see the old Wolverine game back in the day?
No.
Dude, that game was fun.
Oh, little backstory. I didn't get an Xbox until I was like 8th grade, sixth, 7th, 8th grade,
Whoa!
and I had to go to someone else's house to play it. Right. So I didn't like I didn't grow up on like Halo and stuff,
Was
but
that
I played them.
was that house?
Yes. Yes.
And if in post you want me to bleep out names, we can do that. But yeah, because I remember. So that was his apartment again. That I'd come over to. We played GTA 5 on his Xbox 360.
Yep. Yep. So that was the first ever. My first ever game was GTA.
That's
right?
Crazy. Continue.
But I've also gone back and I've played all of the Halos. The Halo is probably my top franchise of all time, right?
Yeah.
And then I got really good at Rocket League, so I played Rocket League for a long time, and then I got decent and addicted, like the kids are now, to Fortnite, right? Because it's just fun to play.
Dude, oh my god, we gotta tell. Me and you both got addicted to Fortnite back in the day when the Fortnite World Cup came around. Keep in mind, we were kids, so we were allowed to be addicted to this level. When the when the Fortnite World Cup came around in whatever year that happened in,
we actually grinded to try and get there.
We grinded. We were so bad. We were on Xbox One. We weren't even on PC. We were playing on controller. We were like, dude, we're going to New York. We're gonna win that fucking tournament.
We were gonna take it. We were gonna take it.
We're winning that tournament, dude.
We were going to win that tournament. No doubt about it. That was the goal.
I like how in our minds we had never even been in any sort of competitive gaming scene ever in our lives, and we were like, we're gonna go step on one of the biggest fucking stages in gaming. Yeah, It's like those dudes who hop on Kill Tony with their like, I've never been on stage before, but I thought it'd be fun. And
on one of the biggest podcasts in the world,
biggest stages in America, you're gonna go and it's completely out of your element.
First stand up ever.
No, dude,
it is kind of crazy.
I'm
kind of crazy.
Speaking of stand up, 2025, I'm starting stand up this year. I'll be in the Baltimore DC scene, and I think I told you when I first told you this last year. I said I was going to start in March, but I've got 3 minutes out of my 5 done. And if I can get that 5 done, I'm honestly going to start ASAP. I kind of don't want to wait around till March. I'm kind of tired of waiting. I've been in sentry mode for the past like 2 years, dude. I've kind of got to get moving because otherwise it is going to be too late if I don't start soon.
I wouldn't call it sentry mode, right? You have been thrown so many different like
Directions.
inputs of what your life should look like from other people, and then you took those and you're like, oh, I need to make all this money tomorrow, and then you switch and be like, I can wait, and then you're like, but I need all this money now. And I think now you're finally starting to realize that
You kind
you don't just jump into something and make a lot of money.
Yeah, and I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, at the end of the day, it's my fault. But social media, back to the social media thing, I saw all these people that were 18, 19 years old living in fucking mansions, and I was like, well, I can't live at home. I can't do in-state college. I've got what's up? Filming the pod, buddy. Little brother walked in. But fuck, where was I? Oh my gosh. You're muted. You've muted yourself.
You saw these 18 and 19-year-olds in
Oh yeah,
mansions, and you were like, I'm
mansions.
so behind.
I'm so behind. I have to go. So I graduated high school, and I was like, I've gotta go to college, and I've got to go out of state. And I knew this girl that was going to college out of state, and I also just so happened to be crushing on her. So my dumbass did what any dumbass would do who was in love, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna follow her to the college. Then we got to the college, and that didn't that didn't work. And so then when that didn't work, I was like, okay. I mean, and when I went to college, did I tell you what I went to college for?
No, you said you were just general. You never told me that you
General
had a major.
business. General business. What are you going to do with a general business degree?
Well, to be fair, I was going to go online. I was going to do an online college for business management and
That's different.
marketing.
That you see,
Those were the two that I was going to go for.
you knew what you wanted to do in business. I was like, I have to be a businessman. I have to get out there.
Or a suit and tie.
I have to go and get my 9 to 5 and get my office job so I can get my Ferrari.
But you got to think that was kind of put on you too, because I know you, and I know that your father has a lot of like expectation for you, and I feel like you guys both hold each other to a very high standard.
No,
I could be completely wrong.
You're wrong, but and I'll tell you why here. Listen, I have I have double expectation, right? I have very high expectations of my dad just because I mean he's my dad, and also I mean he's been a pretty good dad, which is something I've actually complained about when I started studying comedians who always tell like stories about their dads and how crazy their dads are. And my dad's just a normal dude. Other than the fact that he'll come in and he'll be like, and anything is a philosophy lesson. Anything is a philosophy lesson. He's been reading philosophy books just nonstop. This year he came up and told me, he was like, I'm gonna read 7 philosophy books this year, Trace. I'm like, you're gonna become 7 times more hard to deal with is what you're gonna become. But
that's
no.
where we're opposites. Is I didn't have that figure until I was,
Yeah, no.
6th, 7th, 8th grade.
But with my dad so I have very high expectations of my dad, but my dad is super supportive. My dad is the one who told me to drop out of Wisconsin. I wouldn't have come back from Wisconsin. I would have sat there and ate shit for another semester. I was so unhappy, dude. I did not want to be there. I was not. First of all, Wisconsin sucks, dude. Wisconsin sucks so bad. It's cold all the time.
Thing going for them is their fucking cheese curds.
They have cheese and beer, and guess what? I hate beer. I don't like beer, and that's gonna have to change going into comedy. I'm probably gonna have to start to like beer. But 2021, Trace hated beer. I hated it, and so I had all these friends who just wanted to drink beer every day, and I'm just sitting there like, dude, this sucks. This sucks. Like the parties sucked. Like, I mean, the parties were parties, but everybody was just drunk, which is a party. But it's like a Canadian party. I don't know how to describe the Wisconsin parties. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was just in the wrong area. Whitewater, Wisconsin, just maybe isn't the place for parties. Actually, no, Madison. Madison actually had a lot of good parties. Sorry, I'm sidetracked. Anyways, my dad's the one who told me to drop out of college, and my dad's super supportive. I'm 21 years old right now, and my dad's the one, like, he told me, because I was going real heavy into what you're trying to do now with the gaming stuff, and my dad was like, I don't know if the gaming stuff is your personal scene. I don't know if that's your form of comedy. I think that you should get stand up a try. I wouldn't have even thought of trying stand up, but now I'm completely in love with the idea, and I wouldn't have even considered it because I feel like it's absolutely absurd for me to think that I should be on stage. Like, I see people like Shane Gillis, Dave Chappelle, like all the bigs, and I'm like, those guys should be on stage. And then I look at myself and I'm like, I should definitely not be on stage.
But you got to think is where did they start?
Right, exactly.
Right.
I'm sure that dude, you look at Shane Gillis. I love Shane Gillis. I don't want this to get taken out of context 4 years in the future. I love that guy so much. But I don't I don't think I don't think he looked at himself and was like, dude, I'm gonna be in Hollywood. I'm gonna be the hottest fucking dude in Hollywood.
So I one thing that I have told myself this year is I'm not going to allow myself to get roped back in with the wrong crowd like I did last year,
Oh,
towards the end
dude.
of last year, middle to end of last year, and I kind of threw myself into a group with some guys from work who were not the best to be around. All they wanted to do was drink and party and all sorts of stuff. And I literally got to a point where I thought I was on the verge of alcoholism. And I told myself, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna stop.
Right.
Now, as soon as that started, I kind of got screwed over and a few other things happened with those people. And that I still regret, but I have to
We're
turn
gonna tell it.
around.
Sorry, we're gonna tell that story one day. But we probably don't have time to tell that today. But we're gonna tell that story probably next episode. We'll probably tell that story next episode because
Oh fuck. Okay.
that is a funny story, dude. We can't. But no, I gotta give the people a reason to come back. If any,
Yeah, no names. No
yeah,
names will be dropped. But
I feel like we should
um
drop it. But that's just because I'm an instigator. Continue.
but so I didn't really have that outlet supportiveness that you may have with your dad.
100%. I've
I
always had it. Yeah.
I've been told that I've literally been told that this is not the way to go, right? Like,
No.
not to stream, not to do that. It's not going to make you money. It's not going to do anything with that. Well, my first couple months streaming, I made just a little bit of money,
Yeah,
right?
you made a little bit of money.
Which shows the fact that you can make money.
You just have to put it on.
It
You
may
have to
not.
effort.
You have to put in the work, yeah.
Yeah.
And it may not necessarily be today, tomorrow, the next day, next year, next month, but eventually you will get to a point where you're happy with what you're doing, which I think comedy, part of me feels like you'll do really good in it and you'll be happy with what you're doing.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to bomb.
And part of me feels like you're going to question yourself every step of the way and think you should not be here. Why am I doing this? Yada yada yada.
Yeah, no,
Because you do that.
I have imposter
You do that a
syndrome
lot.
anytime I'm anywhere, dude. And I know it's something. It's something I'll work on. Something I gotta fix. Like when I was over in Wisconsin, dude. All those people were smarter than me. I should not have been in a D2 school. I don't know if it's D2. It's a university. I should not have been in university. I should have started in community college, like a normal humble person. But no, I was just like, no, I'm gonna go straight to out of state university with no support. I'm gonna go out there by myself and just
We gotta
face the world at 18. But the thing is, the reason I thought I could do that is because my dad did it. He joined the military at 18, and my grandfather did it at 18. He took over my great grandfather's farm. So I was just like, 18 is the age to do shit. I get like you gotta go. Like you have if you're not
Yeah.
if you're not shit at 18, then you'll never be shit. So that's another reason why like once I got behind, I was like, I'm dead.
It is literally breaking yourself out of that stigma that is I'm not where I need to be.
Yeah, I'm my own worst
We
enemy.
are so I am 21,
Yeah.
right? I live on my own. I pay my own bills. I have a car. I have a steady, well-paying job for my age.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I put myself in my position. And
See, if you ever feel like you're behind, know you're ahead of me. Continue, because I don't have half of that. So go ahead.
well, my deal is right is you see um fuck you see a bunch of people try and push and push, and as if it doesn't work out right away, that's it. That's game over. They're never going to be anything. They give up, right? I feel like I have reached the point where I'm tired of giving up, and
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to push regardless of if I get views, regardless of if I get subs, regardless of whatever, right? But I'm going to continue to push
And
because I need to, for my own mental health, I need to do better for myself than my family has for themselves.
Yeah, no, that's actually super great motivation. And I'm honestly, I kind of need to mirror that, but not because like I need to do it like better than my family, but I just need to do it because I need to do it. Like I need to stop giving up on stuff for me because I do give up on stuff. And if I'm ever listening to this in the future and I'm like 40, 50 years old and I am working that office 9 to 5, go ahead and either kill yourself or get out of that. All right, future Trace, if you're listening to this, because hold on, let me reprioritize that. Get out of it, and if you can't get out of it, then kill yourself for me, please, because fuck that. I would rather do literally anything than work in office 9 to 5. Like
That's what I do right now, and I'll be honest with you, I do not like it.
yeah, don't kill
My
yourself.
boss,
Don't kill yourself because you're not 40. You're
yeah,
21.
do not do that.
You're
Do not do that.
No, don't kill yourself. No, and also if you're 40 years old working an office job, don't kill yourself. That's not directed towards anyone else but future Trace, me, myself, and I. I'm talking to myself there.
And if he even tries to do that, I'll be the one to do it because that's not happening.
Yeah, I'll let him kill me. He'll be the one to kill me. Yeah. I'm not suicidal. If I die, Christian killed me. Audio listeners are going to be like, whoa, that was an awkward silence.
um, so let's get off this kind of depressing topic. Let's move forward a little bit to
Oh yeah, it got real.
Let's talk about let's go back to the happy side of things and let's
You got the topics up right in front of you? Is that
yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm. Let's bring it to the Miles Morales actor that
Miles
you so
Maracus.
fondly like.
Dude, Miles Morales' voice actor. I can't remember his name. I probably should have put some more research into it before suggesting talking about it today, but that is a funny situation. I don't know if you can tell, Christian, but I like Spider-Man quite a bit. Spider-Man.
What? No, you don't.
What?
That's crazy. What do you mean?
But I like Spider-Man. I've always liked Spider-Man, like since I was little, and so I follow Spider-Man news when it happens. And the voice actor who plays Miles Morales in the in Sony's Across the Spider-Verse series, he stirred up a little bit of trouble recently. A little bit of trouble because he can't stop flirting with Gwen's voice actor. So I don't know if this is something that you're hip on, Christian, but
I do not follow this at all.
No. So this is related, but not this situation. So every Spider-Man and love actor and their love interests like has gotten together in real life at some point. Like Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst got together. The Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone got together. Wow. Fuck, what's this new kid's name? Tom Holland and Zendaya. They got together.
Are still together.
They're still together. I think they might be engaged. I don't know. That might be false information, but they're together for sure. Anyways, yes. So Miles Morales is hitting her up, being like, "We can't be the only Spider-Man couple to not get together in real life." And she's either got a man. No, she doesn't have a man. Do you know the girl who played Liz Allen in Tom Holland's first movie? Like his love interest in the first movie?
I thought it was still Zendaya over Tom Holland.
In the first Tom Holland movie, there was another girl he liked.
I do not remember, no.
Yeah. And so anyways, he was at a party with that actress and then like took a picture with her and said, "Finally got myself an MJ." And he's just, dude, he's so weird. He's just been making people so uncomfortable recently. So they've actually delayed this movie back to 2027 to like get everything fixed. They gotta fix the workplace.
That is kind of a crazy delay,
dude. 2027 though? Yeah, I agree. 2027 is crazy. I mean, just
like throw the man in some therapy or change voice actors, right?
Yeah, get
if it's causing that much of a disturbance in an HR department setting of things, because that's what it's turning into, is an HR department issue. And if it's causing that big of a thing, throw the man in therapy or get rid of his ass.
My personal recommendation is get him therapy and fire him, because there's another voice actor who voice acts Miles in Insomniac Spider-Man games, and everybody loves that voice of Miles. Everybody loves that version of Miles. He's a cool version. So nobody would care if you just got him to do the voice, or just get NPC Miles Morales to do it.
Right, NPC. Hey, NPC Miles,
Hey, it's me,
No, he's a
Miles.
bit of a crash out. He's a bit of a crash out.
I don't. I,
He's a bit of a
I
crash
don't
out.
know anything
I
about him.
do not think he should be famous. I look, he put in the work, he's grinded, he's done a lot of stuff, but he is a crash
He
out, and
sold his soul. Is what he did.
he sold his soul. Is that what happened?
Sitting on TikTok pretending to be a video game character is by all means selling your soul. That is the worst thing you can do. I think I respect OnlyFans models more than I respect uh TikTok live streamers. And
Well, I
sorry,
mean, I
NPC
can't say
live
that.
streamers.
Yeah, because look, the um people who do just the same stuff every single day, I can't do that. I can't watch that. That's not something that interests me. And I feel like a lot of other people are the same way,
Yeah,
right? I'm not tuning in to send someone hundreds of dollars a night where they're just like, "Wow, thanks for the flowers." Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, kids eat that shit up. Kids love watching the same thing over and over again, and so do old people. Old people love watching the same thing over and over again. It's
I
the
know. Think
people
of
in
the
the
Golden Girls.
it's the people in the middle. It's no, it's not Golden Girls, dude. It's like
It's the short form content
yeah.
repetitiveness.
Oh, it's not well with the old people. I mean, dude, old people watch like Gunsmoke. They watch these old the Dick Van Dyke Show is what the Andy Griffith Show. Also,
My grandma refuses to not like my grandma refuses to miss Wheel of Fortune at 6:30.
yeah,
She will
I,
not miss
I
that.
bet you your grandma's been watching Wheel of Fortune for fucking years. So yeah, dude, old people and young and like really young people love watching the same thing on repeat. I mean, we watched it wasn't the same thing, but I mean, cartoons were I mean, the episodes were different, but it was kind of the same premise. SpongeBob's annoying, Patrick is stupid, Squidward is annoyed, Mr. Krabs likes money. It's the same basis every episode. Nothing changes. It's just different. Like I said, all generations had their own little. I'm not saying we are by far from the best generation. Gen Z has a lot of fucking problems.
By far.
Like me
So
sitting here whining about not wanting to go to a 9 to 5. 2 generations ago, people would have been. They probably would have shot me in the head if I was like, I don't want to work at 9 to 5. I don't. That's unpatriotic.
well, my issue is I don't have an issue working 9 to 5. Like I really did push, and I mean I know you saw the effort I put in to become a police officer. I really tried, really tried, and like I would have been fine with the 9 to 5, but
That story's also got to be told some other time, dude. Oh my
yeah,
god.
there's so many stories
There are
that
so
I
many
have.
stories, but this is the
I
pilot.
may actually be mentally 40. I may actually mentally
You're
be
not
40.
just mentally 40, Christian. You're physically 40. You are physically, your cells in your body. I bet if you took one of the 10, you know what? You know what? That's actually perfect. We need to find out how much those cell tests cost and see how old your body is medically. How old are you on the inside? And I promise you, it's not a day younger than fucking 30, dude. I promise you.
Look, I've had a rough life.
You have,
Okay, I know
yeah.
I'm only 21, but I've had a rough get the fuck up and work life.
Yeah,
Right.
no, you've kind of had
Um,
the you've also so on top of not having a dad, you also kind of had to be a dad at like teen ages. You had to like raise some of your
until
siblings.
recently,
Yeah,
when I told him things got to change or he's got to go.
yeah. And
Which,
we don't got
which
we
I
don't got to
mean,
get into all that, but
yeah, let's not get into that
let's not
one.
get into all
But
that. But